In hindsight, what decision bit people in the ass during the pandemic? Oh man! The number of people who filed for unemployment who did not qualify and are now getting overpayment notices with the 30% penalty fee is insane. I'm talking owing 36K in overpayments. The worst ones claimed you owe to 52 weeks at $750 a week plus 30% penalty. Paying $300 more a month in rent to be closer to my job and never stepping foot in the office. Not refinancing their mortgages when the rates were at 2.5%. I remember reading a Reddit thread in 2020 about men who had had secret families or affairs and lived double lives for years, until COVID lockdown started. They'd maintained two separate lives under the guise of lengthy business trips for years, and now that everyone had to work from home, the jig was up. Edit, found the thread. Eating like I never had to see people again. Not letting road crews fix roads in their social bubble. Not getting household spending under control the second I was out of a job but on the hook for an expensive lease. All those new hobbies were fun, but now I'd much rather have savings than rudimentary gardening knowledge. Drinking heavily. Well, drinking heavily and joining an online casino does nothing for your savings, I can attest. My friend found an above-ground pool on clearance for $199 at Lowe's right as the pandemic was starting. She texted me about it saying there were several left and I should hurry and go get one. I was too cheap to go buy one. I regretted that decision every day for the next year. A marked increase in alcoholism. Encouraging retirement for older employees, especially airline pilots. A big reason there's been so many issues with travel in 2022 is because back during peak pandemic, a huge chunk of pilots were pushed to retire. Now travel's back at pre-pandemic highs and airlines are looking around like, fuck, who's gonna fly the planes? I got really fat. I regret that. Not getting adult braces. Never imagined masks for 3 years long, I could have had perfectly straight pearly teeth by now. A bunch of people in my area decided to buy houses in rural areas under the assumption they'll be working from home forever. Now a lot of workplaces are hybrid or fully back in person and they're all stuck with long commutes, and less wealthy people in rural areas are being priced out. Deciding not to buy a house right at the beginning. Who is one celebrity nobody hates? Rick Moranis. Although he did get punched by some random. That guy probably wouldn't have if he knew it was him. Maggie Smith. The late Fred Rogers. Julie Andrews. Brendan Fraser. Never heard an unkind word about him. Haven't heard a single complaint about his comeback. Even Leonardo DiCaprio apparently loves him because he was the only guy who never treated him like the new kid on the block. Sir Ian McKellen. John Candy. Alan Rickman. Steve Buscemi. Bob Ross. Tony Hawk. I've never heard any bad shit about him. Betty White. Patrick Stewart. Dick Van Dyke. David Attenborough. He's a national treasure. Parents of Reddit, what are some of the strangest things you have heard your children say while gaming? I'm going to cut off your nipples and fill them with meatballs, 15-year-old son. I'm going to do to you what the porcupine did to that gumball machine. My 6-year shouted, "You're fucking crap." I asked him, "What did you just say?" and he insisted he called them crabs. Edit, spelling. My 9-year-old said, "I am going to poop in your pants" to his friend. My 17-year-old came into my room while his girlfriend was over. He says, "Hey, if you hear loud moaning coming out of my room, we're not up to anything, we're just playing this weird Sonic game." I'm over here like, okay, but that's worse. You see how that's worse, right? A friend's son while playing in his room with his mates. The flea market is not a good place to buy guns, bro. You need to kill people in order to buy them from the traders, is more cheap, yet I know fucking Russians ripping us off, right? I had to explain to my friend the game he was playing for 20 minutes to understand it and stop freaking out about his son becoming a terrorist. Escape from Tarkov, head nape, enthusiasts unite. One time when my brother was like 9, he came out of his room absolutely fuming because someone called him a furry on Roblox. My 16-year-old keeps yelling dead. But I keep thinking he's saying dad. So I keep responding to him. Bruh, I have 5 people on me and the monkey keeps slapping me. Me proceed to say what, then seeing Overwatch. While playing offline Splatoon 3, coming at you, you Canadian. Fucking orphans, you guys are all fucking orphans, while playing Roblox. Kiss my ass, as I pass you in the grass. My 9M when we play Mario Kart. My 6-year-old, at the time, was playing a Super Mario game, her favorite. Suddenly I hear "Get down the hole you little bitch." I had to be the parent, but inside I was dying of laughter. Not my kid but my girlfriend's 10-year-old little brother has threatened to bend many people's mothers over. My older brother would use the term teabagging a lot while playing MW2, to the point my mother wanted to know what it meant and went and googled it. He stopped saying it after seeing her reaction.